Previously on Chef 2, Washoku.
And I'm there right now in my mind. I'm back then. I'm 18 years younger or something like that now.
18 years old.
Yeah. This soup is like the fountain of youth.
Japanese food may be one laced with tradition, but over at Damansara City Mall, Kikubari is challenging that status quo with Chef Jun Wong's brand of Japanese-French fusion. This is Chef on Chef, Season 2, Washoku. Having trained in Narisawa in Tokyo and Cilantro in Kuala Lumpur, Chef Jun is guided by her own sense of adventure when it comes to her food. That is, an exciting cross of French innovation and Japanese fine ingredients.
Good afternoon. Hello. Hi, chef. Hi.
How are you?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
How will Chef Makoto Saito of Hibiki, whose specialty lies in the most traditional Edo style of Japanese cuisine, take to the place? Before a single taste of the food, the restaurant ambience and menu impress.
大臣酒やっぱかっこいいですね。かっこいい。特にこの禅の石庭素晴らしいですね。
Very welcoming, very cool, welcoming.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Our sommelier is highly qualified, and we have 2 sommeliers for a restaurant that seats 30 people. So Danny is one of it, and then Yuhei is the other one.
Chef Jun starts things off with a cold appetizer, a simple botan ebi paired with ginnan and sudachi jelly.
いただきます。やっぱりお酒欲しいですよね。お酒かワインか。お味はやっぱり酸味もあってです。そんなに味が調味料は本当強く使ってないんで、本当にシンプルに素材の味をでそれをマッチさせてるっていうのはで食感とかもみんな違うっていうのが面白いですよね。そうですね。特に今こっちのローカルの人たちの中では食事とお酒を分けて考えてる人も多いんですけど、日本食とかフレンチのやっぱり大切なところってお酒と食事のコンビネーションっていうのはありますもんね。
The next snack gets a little creative.
So the base for the caviar tart is what we call creme fraiche. So it's like similar to the English clotted cream. So it's very thick in nature. Eggs and the sweetness of chives, and then the butteriness of the tart shell, and then the sweetness of shallots. It's the most balanced thing I can ever think of. That's equal amounts of rich, fatty fat and salt, which everybody loves. So in front of you, that's the caviar open tart. I left a piece of tempura paper on top, so you can just pull the paper to the edge of the plate and pick it up with your fingers and pop the whole thing into your mouth. This is a very classic French dish. The only Japanese element is the Kikubari for the using of the paper to help you eat the tart. Go for it.
それで一口ワンマン。王道って言いましたけど、やっぱり王道は美味しいですよね。王道っていうか正統派。やっぱりね、正統派は正統派でやっぱり美味しいと思って。
Very nice wedding. You bring up all the taste.
やっぱりよく難しいのがフレンチのシェフなんか特になんですけど、特にガストロノミーの方とか行ったりすると王道の料理はしないじゃないですか。それをするのはなんか昔の人だっていうか。でもこうやって一つのコースの中でも王道もちゃんと使えるっていうバランスってすごくいいと思うんですよね。
Thank you so much. It's actually really classic, the chives, the shallot, and everything, but it's just presented in a fun way, like on top of a tart.
It's very balanced because the shallot are really less taste, not that overripe, all over the taste. I was like wondering as well, taste of shallot, but not so.
And
so
there's
strong.
also such a thing as too much caviar. So I think, well, that should be just nice. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit off balance.
I think both of us happy with a lot of caviar.
But balance is important.
Although I think chef is not gonna complain if I give a bit more caviar.
まあバランスは大事ですよ。
Chef Makoto's sharp palate picks up something about Chef Jun's cooking, which happens to be a technique she's particularly proud of.
日本人よりもそのわびさびとかを考えてる気がする。
First of all, chef is very on point because I think my seasoning is a bit on the really mild side, really gentle side. But at the same time, sometimes I create umami not with salt, like with kombu or bonito. Natural things like soybean and fermenting. So I ferment quite a bit of stuff.
Illustrating that exact technique is the next dish of kochi tomato with buffalo mozzarella and balsamico.
The specific one that's really famous, it's called kochi tomato, which special as in the sugar content is really, really high. Mozzarella, we always have a habit of just squeezing it with our hands. They naturally break apart, so it's not precise like it's sliced with a knife. This is a very simple dish. Of course, this is a proud produce of Japan, kochi tomato. You would know all about it. So how the farmers take care of the plant and control how many tomatoes grow in one vine. So that's how they retain the sweetness. And fresh buffalo mozzarella with balsamic pairing, very classic Italian, but with a bit of boba leaf just to replace that licorice flavor of basil and a bit of salt flakes to it.
The tomato very nice, crunchy, and very good with the mozzarella.
Up next is a scallop, simply seared and served atop a bed of artichoke puree.
The caramelization of the sugar from the scallops reacting with the oil in the pan, so it creates that nice caramel effect. This is a squid ink lace twill, so it's a crispy twill that we add squid ink to. Nice puree texture, and then you have that bite from the scallops and then a crunch from the squid ink twill.
どうやって茹でやっちゃえばいいのかな。面白い。インスタ映えしますねこれ。
Is it?
So beautiful. Oh,
美味しい。この食感の違いがそれぞれあって。This sauce very nice.
Chef Jun then shows her prowess with seafood with the next dish. A fillet of itoyori whitefish with tomato dashi and mussels.
So here you go. This is itoyori. We received our itoyori from Tsukiji this week. So sometimes it's from Fukuoka, sometimes it's from Hokkaido. This one we received from Tsukiji. And the mussels are kinkawuka from South Australia, just lightly poached, and the broth is tomato based.
Actually, I'm really happy. My favorite mussel. Last year I went to the Nice.
Oh, France.
Every morning the one, one
Yes,
whole mussel.
yes. All the Provençal
Sometimes
cooking.
two whole. いや味はもうずっと優しい味を。ただそうですね。面白いのはフレンチと日本だと昆布でそのグルタミン酸を取るんですけど、昆布と同じような成分がトマトに含まれてるんですよ。 らこのスープもトマトを代用してっていうのがその日本とフランスのいいところを取ったっていうか。
The fish itself is actually strong taste and fishy, but like Chef Jun said, it's actually fishiness. It depends on the texture of the oiliness and everything. Just complement the broth, complement the fish. So there's no taste of like oily so much, and then it's just perfect. Perfect.
このスープ素敵ですね。
Yes.
このスープ大。
The soup very nice. The broth, yes. That's why it's the broth and the fish.
Chef Jun's best comes with the main, a thick, juicy Wagyu Katsu Sando. True to Chef Jun's philosophy to meddle with her ingredients as little as possible, the beef is merely salted, breadcrumbed, and into the oil it goes. It's a house signature for a reason, and Chef Jun is very protective of her recipe.
So I don't want to tell you because I'm a little selfish at that because I think in Kuala Lumpur we're still the only restaurant that does the Wagyu Katsu Sando. There are two places that are really famous for it. One is Wagyu Mafia in Tokyo, and the other one is Sakamai in New York.
Deep fried to a golden perfection and served sandwiched between two slices of lightly toasted bread. It makes for the pairing with some Martel XO cognac. Bold game and robust flavour of beef and cognac matching note for note.
Very nice.
He's also, of course, had to have tasted a bit of Wagyu to know how to pair it.
知らないですね。
The taste, I'm surprised, really good. But now I'm trying to see how it goes well with the Martel.
Cognac, they've done really good job now to promoting XO. It used to be the youngest eau de vie in the blend is 6 years, but now they have increased it to 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, so what you're drinking now, XOs, the youngest eau de vie in the blend is actually 10 years old. Yeah.
Because you dilute it a little bit, a dash only, so it not override the taste. It's still softness when taste the Martel.
Chef Jun manages another surprise at dessert, whipping up something with pumpkin and miso.
This is where the Japanese comes in, the Japanese flavor profile comes in. We're using miso in dessert. So the miso cream on top is a combination of saikyo miso and shiro miso. So it's not too salty, and saikyo miso itself is sweet, so that delicate flavor to go with very popular fall ingredient is pumpkin, presented in a dessert kind of manner. So enjoy.
Caramel
これは面白いですね。日本人的には味噌ってデザートってイメージはもうないですからね。
So we paired the best things in life: butter, burnt butter, miso, and that saltiness and the sweetness from the miso. There you have it, Japanese salted caramel.
そうですね。面白いな。要は味噌デザートっていう意識はないですよね。もう固定観念が僕らついちゃってるんで、それを抜け出すっていうのは難しいんですよね。固定観念がまあ確かに僕ら日本人でそうやって日本のものを食べてっていうと、どうしてもそこから抜け出せないっていうか、新しい発想って難しいんですよ。
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
inviting us.
Pleasure to serve you.
Thank you. It's a perfect lunch, perfect dishes, and perfect pairing as well with the matcha. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to serve. I'm very happy that you are happy.
Chef Jun nails the controversial art of fusion food at Kikubari, melding Japanese and French seamlessly. Even a traditionalist like Makoto approves. Up next, Chef Jun and Danny pay a visit to Chef Hironari Uba of Hanaya at Grand Millennium KL, one of the oldest and longest standing Japanese establishments in the city.
The funny thing is, I thought this was gonna be the highlight of the dish, and I saved it. I waited for the bahoon uni, but it seems like the miso is a little overpowering the uni. This was good, but not as good as the unagi or even the cherry tomato, which is so refreshing. Thank you for watching this episode of Chef on Chef. First Class is giving two lucky couples a chance to experience what Chef Makoto and Joe had today. Log on to www.firstclass.com.my to win.
Chef on Chef is brought to you by Martel, the oldest of the great cognac houses. Be curious. Drink responsibly.